You probably recognize Brett and Jason Oppenheim from their hit Netflix show Selling Sunset. But did you know they're big card collectors too? We're about to see some of their collection and rip some wax on today's Sports Card Investor. Hello, Sports Card Investors, and welcome to the home of the Oppenheim Group here on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles. Home to Brett and Jason and this awesome company that they have built. And these guys, in addition to being Netflix stars, are also big card collectors. And I know you guys have gone to your safe deposit box, gotten some of your cards out today to share with us. We appreciate that. The audience is going to be excited to see some of these today. But first, guys, I'd love to hear, how did you get into cards? How did this come about?
I'd say the happiest moments of our childhood were ripping like 89 Pro Set football and 88 Tops and 86
Tops football.
Yeah, that's really like some of the best moments of our childhood. So early 2020, we kind of started realizing that it was like still a thing, you know, which I think a lot of people did around that time. And just started picking up cards and started getting back into it.
Awesome, cool. And so the pandemic, I'm sure, kind of fueled that, right? Were you? I assume the real estate business for a little while had to go on hiatus.
No open houses,
part, right?
no nothing.
Yeah,
so we were just sitting on eBay.
We didn't even know that there were auctions for sports cards. Like for 20 years, we just didn't even think about it.
Didn't know anything about grading cards or anything like that. The sophistication of the industry blew me away when I started looking into it.
Yeah. And you flocked, though, interestingly, not back to football, though. You actually flocked back to soccer.
Yeah, so I like a lot of sports. I really like soccer. We were in Europe in 2006 and we saw the World Cup. You know, we think the Super Bowl is a big deal, but this is crazy. So I've loved soccer since then, but I actually bought some baseball and some football cards when I just got back into it. And then I kind of stepped back and said, okay, let me see where the value is and what I should be doing. And that's when I got into actually almost entirely vintage soccer.
Awesome. I'm excited to see that in a minute. And Jason, I know you're doing soccer as well. You're also doing some of the other sports too.
Yeah, I do every sport. I mean, football and baseball are really fun for me. And I 100% vintage. I mean, I think I've one modern Cristiano Ronaldo soccer card, but other than that, I'm all vintage, which for me is like, I don't know, it's more nostalgic, and I mean, don't get me started on modern cards.
We're investors.
We're also investors too, yeah.
And I know you've got, we're going to talk about this in a different episode, but I know you've got very strong feelings that vintage cards are really where to invest money long term.
Yeah, for right now, the way the pricing structure is right now, I agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome, guys. Well, I would love to see some of these. Brett, you want to start?
Yeah, so these are all the top maybe 15 soccer players in history. But they're names that are from all over the world. You know, this guy right here is a Portuguese player. His name's Eusebio. This is probably his top 5 ever graded card.
Wow.
I mean, there might be 70 of these graded ever, and the highest grade's an 8. So what I love about vintage soccer is you can get cards like that, where if that was a top 5 Mickey Mantle, it'd be $8 million.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, I can afford to buy the top 5 graded card ever of Eusebio. So I love that about vintage soccer. You can get a world-class collection for price tags that are, you know, much more reasonable. So that's one cool guy. Hopefully everyone's heard of Pele. These are a couple of really cool Pele cards.
Amazing, yeah. That's a very iconic one.
That's very iconic. This is actually his first Brazilian issue.
Cool.
And I would imagine a lot of people have heard of Ronaldinho. He was one of the most fun players of our generation.
Yeah, he was actually at the National last year.
Yeah, this is from one area of Brazil. So there's not too many of them made. In fact, there's like 80 of these graded, ever.
Wow. So you're talking real low population,
really low
super
population
rare stuff.
So Lionel Messi, maybe the greatest player of our generation.
Yeah, so a modern card, one of the few that you have.
That's the most modern card I have, 2004.
Yeah,
because you got to have some Messis if you collect soccer.
Sure.
This is a Ballon d'Or winner, one of the best, probably top 20 players in history. This is his highest graded card. There's 2 of them. So this is a top 2 rookie card of Gerd Müller, who's a German legend. This is Johan Cruyff, considered probably a top 5 soccer player in history.
And you would think if international demand, if international attention to cards starts to pick up at all, that some of these cards are going to go crazy.
600 or 700 people that collect these.
Yeah.
So that could, if that goes to 10,000, you know, you have a 10x.
Yeah, and you would think that would not be hard to do. Like it's possible it could go to 100,000 if you know, Fanatics in the future is able to.
I think Fanatics is going to be huge, for international reach. Because anyone who orders a soccer jersey from Portugal is going to get a pack of cards or enter this break, and they're going to be introduced to soccer cards.
Right.
And the World Cup in the United States, I think, is going to blow up.
4 years, 4 years away.
I'm waiting for that for many reasons. This is, I believe, a 3-time Ballon d'Or winner. That's like the equivalent of a 3-time NFL MVP.
Okay.
Michel Platini from France. He's a French legend.
Incredible.
It's probably a top 15. And speaking of French legends, this is probably my favorite French player ever, Zidane. Actually, the 2006 World Cup, the one I mentioned, he has a really famous, he just headbutted a guy and got red carded in the final, which is the equivalence of like Tom Brady punching a guy in the face in the Super Bowl.
And getting kicked out of the Super Bowl, getting ejected. Getting ejected from the Super Bowl.
Yeah. This is actually one of my oldest soccer cards. It's a 1946 rookie card out of Argentina. His name's Alfredo Di Stefano, also a Ballon d'Or winner. So this is just an example. A lot of the Argentinian cards are circular like that. So soccer's just got some weird stuff, but I love it. And this is one of my favorite cards. This is the most graded card in all of vintage soccer. There's 300 of these, just to give you an idea of the highest that a pop can go. There's only 14 9s, no 10s. There's technically one 10, but it's controversial. So essentially no 10s. So this is a top 14 Diego Maradona rookie card. And Diego Maradona was voted as FIFA, along with Pele, as the FIFA Player of the Century. So that's like the Michael Jordan, LeBron James of soccer. So this is basically a top 14 Michael Jordan rookie card. Equivalent.
It's incredible.
And it should be millions of dollars, but it's 35,000. Which is still a lot, but I mean...
Right, but scope-wise, that's incredible to think about.
These are some of my favorites. A lot of them are in different vaults. These are the ones I was able to get today.
I appreciate you grabbing those for us. I know you got these safely stored, and getting them out is a chore, but I appreciate you doing that for us. I'm sure the audience appreciates it as well.
I hope you got a little primer on soccer.
There you go. Jason, what have you got? You got some soccer over there, but some other stuff as well.
Yeah, more of a mix. I'll put the soccer at the end. Some baseball.
Oh, wow.
The Jackie
Legendary
Robinson
card right there.
First Topps.
Absolutely. Legendary card. Look at that. Fantastic.
I like collecting SGC because I think that they're discounted. Sometimes rightly so, and sometimes unnecessarily so. So I really try to focus on the card and not the slab. And if you do that, sometimes it pushes you towards SGC.
Yeah, and honestly, the way the cards look in the slabs is really sharp.
They have the best looking slabs.
Yeah, I think SGC does a nice job with that.
There's 2 Yogi Berra rookies in a 10, one PSA and one SGC.
Absolutely beautiful.
This might be my favorite card. This is probably the best Walter Payton on the planet.
Oh, wow. Look at that. SGC Gold Pristine. I didn't realize one existed.
I think there's 2. I haven't seen the other one. It's never surfaced. But.
Wow. Yeah. That's incredible.
And for guys that's like one of the best, the players that you remember.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That was one of the first cards I ever bought. Brett actually helped encourage me to buy that card. That's done very well for me.
I can imagine. I mean, in the 10s, these are extremely rare in a PSA 10, and they go for an unbelievable amount of money. But to actually see an SGC Gold label, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, and it's cool. It's cool
that
just
card
to have in your
truly
hand,
looks perfect.
And there's only, I think,
Walter Payton rookie in existence.
Oh man.
I think there's only 3 Bart Star 9s too. So that's probably my second favorite card.
Wow. That's real.
Those haven't traded in 5. I think the last 9 traded for a few $100,000 like 5 years ago.
Gosh.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens when one of those trades.
How long have you had all these?
Couple years.
Couple years, yeah. So
I mean, nothing before
kind of early pandemic
pickups.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, most of our pickups, fortunately, were before. Well, and vintage never really had the thing that modern.
Right. It never went quite as crazy, but yeah.
A couple more. This one is a recent pickup.
Look at
but
that.
I like it because it's a 7.5. I mean, the 7s trade for a lot, but I just thought that was a good 7.5.
It is.
And before either of us drop a significant amount of money on a card, we both look at it and we do a serious amount of research on the card. And sometimes we'll ask somebody at the auction house to get it in their hand and look at it.
Yeah.
We don't just buy the slab.
Yeah.
Which I think is good advice.
Makes sense. Gotcha.
And then this is Brett already talked about that one, but that's my foray into soccer. Brett pushes me into soccer.
That's awesome.
But mine's a 6. Yours was a 5. So
yeah. I had a 6.
You got him beat.
I actually bought one raw, and I got it, and I sent it in, and it came back as a 6. I was thinking about it for $1,000. A 6 is worth like $40,000.
Wow.
Came back a 6. I almost shit myself.
Wow.
But then I sold it. So.
Okay. Well, got it. Well, this is.
We've also sold some we probably wish we hadn't.
Yeah, everyone has.
This is an unbelievable collection. I appreciate you guys getting it out of the vault and sharing it with us today. This is really awesome. And it's awesome to have you guys as collectors. It's unbelievable what you guys have here. Really awesome.
Thanks, man.
You guys want to rip some wax?
Yeah, of course.
All right, so I got a couple of boxes from our official wax sponsor, Midwest Cards. I know you guys are into, I know, Brett, you like Topps Chrome Soccer. So this is 2019.
Topps Chrome Sapphire, I love.
This is, Topps Chrome Sapphire, I should say. Sapphire Soccer. This is 2019. So you've got, this is a big
That's
box.
a good
You got
year.
a lot
That's
of,
Fatih and Halan, right?
it is. So
I
you got the
don't do much
opportunity-
modern, but every once in a while we'll go to like the Burbank sports
Yep.
cars and just rip some for fun.
And just rip
I
stuff.
love this stuff, yeah.
And then 2020 Immaculate, I know you love the soccer auto card. So this
Yeah.
is also a really, really nice box. And so these are going to be
That's a
fun
great
to rip.
box.
Hopefully you
Sweet.
guys get something great for this.
You want me to go first? Let's not do it at the same time.
Okay, you.
Or you go first. Go ahead. You go first.
We'll see if you have a future career as a breaker here, Jason.
I highly doubt it.
So I'm going to go with that not being incredibly valuable. Neither is that one, unfortunately.
All right, so those are the two base cards. So
Okay, fine.
we got those out of the way. Now we're getting into
Alright.
some of the good stuff. We got our first patch card here.
How we doing, bro?
Not doing great. Not doing great.
All right, that means something big's coming.
Who do we
Also,
got here?
don't know this dude.
Oh, actually, well, this is not his rookie card, but he's a great young player. João
Yeah.
Felix.
How we
Well,
doing?
it's not bad, but it's not amazing.
Well, I know this
That's
guy.
a good-looking signature, though. Look at that.
Yeah, that is a good
Yeah,
sticker.
he fit a lot
That is-
on
the
that sticker.
penmanship
That's like
on
the
that
best
is
sticker,
actually
yeah.
exceptional.
This guy's old school. I remember.
Oh,
him
yeah,
from-
yeah,
Oh yeah, he's actually like the announcer for all of US.
Yeah,
soccer.
he does. He's a controversial figure.
Yeah.
People, people either love him or hate him.
But
He says a lot of
brings it back
controversial
to
things.
like the USMNT. And
But that's
Yeah.
actually for a U.S. men's national team card. That's actually a pretty awesome card. Another nice
Another
signature on there
good-looking
too.
signature,
Yeah.
yeah.
for sure.
And then we got a dude from Bayern Munich here.
All right. Well, they've won quite a bit, so it's not a bad
I
one.
wouldn't say it's the box of the century.
It's not the box of the century, but maybe that means you got
can
some
beat
incredible
that.
ones over. I
Right.
think you can beat that.
He set the standard. I should.
I
Be able,
think you can
I
beat
should
that.
Be able
Yeah,
to
let's
beat that.
beat it.
If I get one Fatih or one Haaland, I beat that. So I can rip it here, right?
Sure,
And
rip
put
it
the
there.
cards
Yeah, and then you can just kind of show the camera there what you got. Thanks again to Midwest Cards for supplying these boxes.
So what am I doing? Or can I just show the good ones to the camera?
Yeah, you just show the good
All
ones
right,
if you
cool.
want. We'll show the hits.
Oh, Neymar's nice.
There we go. Any Neymar is a good card. A
Yeah,
Neymar,
even-
top sapphire.
Even base in this.
Yeah.
In this quality of a. Oh shit!
Oh, you got one of the key rookies.
Oh shit!
Oh, look at that, back to back. Oh, we got
Back
to back
back
cards in this
oh
pack.
my god, those are the best two cards in the set.
That's crazy. That's
Damn.
literally crazy. Those were back to back in this pack.
That is crazy.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
nuts. Look at that, back to
Damn.
back. Those are the cards you want.
Yeah.
Hey, Zelda.
Wow,
stop.
even the dog's into it.
I saw Sergio Ramos on the bottom.
Is that? I think that might be his rookie, Abraham. Tammy Abraham might be a $50 card. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see that one too.
So we got the
Well, you
Neymar.
got a Messi too?
Neymar and Messi.
You got a Messi?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, you're literally getting like the who's who of soccer right here.
Got some color here.
Yeah, these cards.
Mo
Are
Salah, my boy loves Mo Salah.
There you go.
I'm gonna give that to him.
nice, nice.
You're welcome, Omar.
You're welcome,
you go.
Omar. What is this? Out of 50, not bad, except it's not a rookie. But you know, some color.
Is that
at
our
least.
first numbered card? I
Yeah, actually,
think that was our first parallel.
I didn't realize we haven't even gotten color yet. All right,
Oh, you got
cool,
Pulisic.
cool. I'll take
Yeah,
that.
Pulisic's pretty good.
I love
like him.
Pulisic.
Yeah.
He's my favorite player.
Awesome, guys. Hey, this has been a lot of fun. I really appreciate
Yeah, man,
it.
likewise.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for showing us
thanks
the
for having
collection.
us on, bud.
Yeah, absolutely. Show's been awesome. Keep that going.
Good seeing you guys.
And for sure, we'll see you
collecting,
guys.
guys.
We'll see you guys again soon. Hit that like and that subscribe, and we'll see you soon with our next episode. Appreciate it.